Guys, so today hopefully I'm going to make a quick short video about how I secure my bike. As you can see, unfortunately I'm already at a disadvantage because I'm having to keep my bike outdoors in my front garden. So these are some of the things that I'm doing right now to try and secure my bike. Alright guys, so the first thing we've got here is my Almax chain with the Squire padlock. This thing is the main thing that I'm using to secure my bike. It is it's one of the toughest chains and locks you can get. This here is I think around 20 mil and it weighs almost a ton. So what I'm going to do with that is secure it around my front wheel. Like so. Put that through there and go ahead and lock that up. Chain is secured on a metal pole that's in the ground. That pole is very secure as well. So this is the first thing, right? And this is the primary thing. This is how it's secured to the pole. It's all concreted up. It's quite a long pole. I've done all this myself. This pole itself got quite a symbolic story behind this actual pole. A few years back, thieves actually tried to steal my R6, and I was keeping it on road at the time, and I didn't chain it, and I had a disc lock on the front wheel. That's all I was using at the time. I was getting a bit complacent, and what happened was thieves used this pole. They fed it through the front of my forks of my R6 and they lifted it up onto the back wheel and they dragged my bike halfway down my road, and luckily for some reason they got spooked or whatever and they left it in the middle of the road, and that's when I came down and they literally jumped into a van and drove off, and I found my bike in the middle of the road with this pole through the front forks, and I kept that pole, and now, you know, I'm using it for this. Guys, so this is the next thing I'm using for the front of the bike. It's a disc lock. It's quite simple, quite cheap, but very effective. This one actually had some batteries in it and it had an alarm that just kept on going off, so I've removed the batteries for that. But this, I'm just gonna slip it on the disc, front disc, and just press it in. Very simple but very effective as a deterrent. Again, all of this is just deterrence. So now we're going to move towards the middle of the bike. Oh guys, so the next thing we've got is this Magnum chain. It's not very strong, it's not very thick. It's about 10 mil, but again, like I say, this is all just as deterrence. I'll speak about that later on in a bit more detail. So what I'm going to do is feed this from my swing arm, from my rear tyre, out of the other swing arm, the other end of the swing arm, bring it through, right, and secure it with this Magnum X4 padlock, like so. Right, go ahead and secure that. And last but not least, another disc lock for the rear tire. Again, these things, they don't cost a lot, but believe me, they are a right pain in the ass for the thieves to deal with. So go ahead and feed this one. This is a special one with a smaller needle, so it fits through the rear disc, holes in the rear discs, which are a bit more smaller. Of course, as always, you should be using your steering lock. Go ahead and lock that into position so that's secured. So basically what we've got here is a number of chains and disc locks, and all we're doing is buying time. All right, this is going to buy me the most time, hopefully, and even that, if it's a pro and really wants your bike, that's probably going to buy me maybe 30 to 40, maybe a minute at most. That's going to buy me, right? This hopefully is going to buy me another 30 seconds or so, which is quite a lot for the price I paid. I paid near enough 300 quid for this set. This I paid about £15 or £10. All right, so altogether we've already got what, almost 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. Come to the rear. Again, this chain is it's not very expensive, it's not very strong, it's not very thick. Again, it might buy me 20 to 30 seconds, and that disc lock again might buy me another 30 to 40 seconds, because they'll have to cut through the disc with a grinder to get that off. All right, so altogether all of these 4 security devices have bought me just over maybe 3 minutes, right? 3 to 4 minutes is a long time for a thief to be working outside somebody's house. All right, and again, like I say, I've got the steering lock and I'm gonna put my alarm on. And last but not least, and we have the bike cover. Again, this is just a cheap one I'm using temporarily. I had a better one, got a bit damaged. Again, do not underestimate what this can do. You know, this can literally, I've seen this in the night time. I've come across here in the night time, you can't even see the bike, right? So if they can't see the bike, that's already a massive advantage. So don't underestimate, get yourself a cover. And again, like I say, all of this, if it buys me, if a thief will come here, have a look at all this, consider the alarm as well. Like I say, you're gonna put the alarm on and it's gonna think, you know what, this is outside somebody's house, this is gonna take me 5 minutes. Am I gonna be able to get away in 5 minutes? Most likely not. And he's gonna hopefully say, I'll move on to another bike. And that's all we can ask for, really. Again, like I say, unfortunately we're living in times where if a thief really wants your bike, it's going to be really tough to stop them. And if a thief did come here, set off my alarm, or somehow I caught him trying to, you know, get away with my bike, obviously we've got other conventional methods to try and prevent them as well. You got to do what you got to do. So hope this helps. Stay safe. Peace.